And welcome into Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic here on KWN. Every week, of course, we look into the schools at Dade County, and this week we're going to be paying some close attention to the Dade Elementary School. And we welcome a couple of guests already to the program. If you're familiar with Dade Elementary School, one to my far right, you can't hardly get past her unless you just get to see her smiling face. Joni House, how are you?
I'm good, Evan. How are you?
Doing good. And we also got Patricia Cloud here today, and now Joni's been on TV before. Patricia's, this is her first day, and this is fine. We told her this is going to be old hat to her every time it's over with. We welcome you to the program.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
We're going to be talking about, now each week we, of course, on the show we take a different school, and this week is Dade Elementary School, but the first part of the program we're going to be talking about is something that is available not only to the folks that go to Dade County Elementary, but also to Davis. But we're going to talk mainly about the pre-K program. Now, a lot of times we have students come on, from different grade levels, but this is a program that we don't have a lot of guests on from the pre-K. It'd probably be a good thing. But there's some pre-K registration coming up, and we want to talk a little bit about that. And then I want to talk to you maybe a little bit about what exactly the pre-K program is all about. So, Joni, I know your hat into this is the registration and things of that nature. So
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about what's required to have your child come to pre-K.
Okay, Evan, I want to just emphasize, first of all, registration is coming up in March. On the 24th of March, from 1 to 6 is our pre-K registration. I just wanted to let the viewers know that, if we're really recruiting all these 4-year-olds, we want them out here as many as we can get. Sometimes parents want to just hold them back a little bit more. Excuse me, that's okay. But it's one of those things where we thrive on our pre-K children. We love having them. It's a great stepping stone. My children went through it, and I strongly encourage it. But we are having registration on March the 24th at our school from 1 to 6. And you'll have to come to the school. It is on a first-come, first-served basis. So we only have so many slots. We may not fill up on the 24th, but we hope we do, but if not, we'll have some open enrollment after that. Just come to the school at any point. I'll be in the front. You can always see me.
Yeah. Then when parents come, if you've got any children or have had any children in the school, a lot of times you're required to bring all kinds of different things. On pre-K, what does a parent or a guardian need to enroll their pre-K student?
Excuse me. I'm going to take this just a little slow. The one piece of document we do have to hold your child a spot is a copy of their certified birth certificate. Not a mother's copy. It has to be the certified copy of a birth certificate. We can make copies, or you can bring your own. There is other information that we will have to have before they ever start school. However, on registration date, that birth certificate is the one thing that will hold the spot. Now, let me say this. Every new student that comes into our school, including pre-K, will have to prove residency. And as a courtesy to our parents that are coming that particular day, we ask the central office, the representatives over there, to come to our school to start that paperwork for you. Since you're there registering, they're going to go ahead and help you with that residency process. It's not required that you have the documentation, but there will be people there to help you with that process. If you can bring the birth certificate, that will hold your child's spot. Anything else that you have that you want to bring, you can, which will be a Social Security card. We really want that number for that child. That will just expedite their process. The birth certificate, the Social Security card is optional. We will later get, and if you have it, bring it, a copy of their current shot record and a dental vision hearing screening. Those two things we will work with you. We're very flexible on, but that birth certificate is the one thing we want to get when you come through that door to hold that spot.
So one of the things come in my mind, because a lot of times, you got parents working, you got guardians working. Can a grandparent or an aunt or uncle bring, as long as they have the birth certificate, can they bring the child to get the child registered? Or how do y'all do that?
Well, normally what happens is, since the the guardian, the parent, really needs to be the one to do it, the one who has legal guardianship, or a parent. We're open till 6 o'clock, so that's fairly flexible with most hours, because you're going to have to sign their documentation. You're registering that child. We don't want someone that's not legally responsible.
Okay, so it needs to be the guardian or the parent.
Right, exactly. And in this case, we have a lot of grandparents out there that are legal guardians. That's perfect. As long as you're a legal guardian, you can come sign that paperwork. We will, however, ask for guardianship papers at some point. I'll look over that process. We just want to get these kids registered, get them on the list, and then we'll take everything after that. And
now, a couple of the registration, the day for Dade Elementary is going to be coming up March the
24th.
The 24th, and that's the first day. So tomorrow, depending on when you may be watching the show this week, there's no need for me to come tomorrow, right?
Right. Well,
I can't call and say, hey, hold me a slot, I'll bring it to you.
Right.
So that day, first come, first serve, starting at 1 o'clock Eastern.
That's correct. You just come to the front of our school. We'll have a sign up to designate you where to go, but it is first come, first serve. And like I say, this year we're pretty much at max right now. We're getting right there. We lose some, we bring some in. So we're sitting at max right now. We don't quite have a waiting list, but we could, I never know how it's going to be from year to year.
So if there's a parent out there or a guardian, there's still maybe a slot for them this year.
For this year, if they're 4 now, they would have had to been 4 by last September 1st. But we have openings now. We do have a few openings. I do want to stress one thing, because they talk about pre-K being a 4-year-old program, and it is designated and designed to look at those 4-year-olds. We have quite a few 5-year-olds that are in our program. For whatever reason, they choose to not go at an early age or a later age, whichever. If you're 5 by September 1st, you can still come to pre-K. If you've never been to our pre-K program before, you can come as a 5-year-old. And Patricia can verify that. We have quite a few 5-year-olds that are in our program.
They just don't need to be 6 by September the 1st.
Right. September the 1st. So,
and they will need to be a Georgia resident.
Right. Okay. And I'm assuming when you was talking about verifying their county residents, of course, that's going to make them, they'll be a Georgia resident.
Right.
Now, the date again at Dade Elementary is March
24th.
24th. Now,
From 1 to 6.
They're having a similar type registration for a class at Davis.
That's correct.
And what day? That
will be on March the 8th.
Yes.
And they will need to, of course, go up there to do that registration. I'm not sure of their time, but I'm thinking it's just any time during the day, but I would certainly call their number up at Davis Elementary and find out their exact times.
All right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a break, our first break here. And when we come back, we've talked a little bit about what you would need to bring to have your child into pre-K. When we come back, I'm going to Miss Cloud to kind of break down what are we doing in pre-K, and I know you're involved in that. So, if you will stay with us, we'll be right back as Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic continues here on KWN.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North in Fort Payne. Enjoy the super buffet and salad bar anytime, or have any of our specialty pizzas made to order and delivered right to your table. At Stevie B's in Fort Payne, we make our own dough, assuring you the best possible pizza. Book your parties at Stevie B's in Fort Payne, plus ask about catering and fundraisers too. Call Stevie B's 256-979-1234 and find out more. Great pizza in a family atmosphere. Stevie B's, 2200 Galt Avenue North in Fort Payne.
Romans Mobile Homes can help make the dream of home ownership come true. Come by and see our on-the-line selection of manufactured homes, or sit down with us and let us custom design your top-of-the-line constructed manufactured home. With names like Tabco and Clayton, we can design anything from 1 to 6 bedrooms, shingle or metal roof, finished drywall, and more. All our homes come with central heat and air, including a heat pump. Financing available, and prices include delivery and setup. See us today at Romans Mobile Homes, 2019 Highway 136 West, just west of the four-way stop, top of Sand Mountain. 706-657-8807. Romans Mobile Homes.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
BBS Wholesale and Salvage Grocery is now open in Higdon. We've got paper products, canned goods, health and beauty aids, cereal, and even some items available by the case. Everything is at or way below wholesale cost. Banana boxes full of snacks, including candy bars, chips, cookies, all starting at $10 for $1. Laundry detergent by the gallon. Empty banana boxes for just $1. Our inventory changes every week. BBS Wholesale and Salvage Grocery in Higdon, Alabama, across from Ponders Mountain Pharmacy. Open Wednesday through Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 11 till 3.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North in Fort Payne. Enjoy the super buffet and salad bar anytime, or have any of our specialty pizzas made to order and delivered right to your table. At Stevie B's in Fort Payne, we make our own dough, assuring you the best possible pizza. Book your parties at Stevie B's in Fort Payne, plus ask about catering and fundraisers too. Call Stevie B's 256-979-1234 and find out more. Great pizza in a family atmosphere. Stevie B's, 2200 Galt Avenue North in Fort Payne.
Join us every week for Game On with Chris Goforth on KWN TV. Back now, we're reading, writing, and arithmetic. We're talking all about Dade County Elementary School this week, and more importantly, we're talking about pre-K and the availability of pre-K slots that are coming up as they'll be registering. Johnny just brought us up to date on what you need to bring. Now, Patricia, Ms. Cloud is going to tell us a little bit about what pre-K is. She's already told us that you're 4 years old, and you can start pre-K even at 5, but there is a limit, right?
Right. They don't need to be 6 by September the 1st, because they would be ready to probably going into kindergarten at that point.
But so you've got some 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds.
Yes.
The perception, I guess, maybe a lot of people don't understand, but pre-K is actually an organized, structured day for the students.
It is.
It's not just a daycare.
No, it's not just a daycare. We are governed by Right from the Start from the state of Georgia, and all of the teachers there have been through school. They are certified to be teachers and have been trained from Right from the Start for the pre-K program. Now,
what are some of the things that y'all, what do you try to teach a 4-year-old? What are you going to be honing in on? What type of skill?
Well, we work on their social skills, cognitive development, physical development, and their personal skills. A lot of socialization, a lot of taking turns, sharing, working together as, teamwork. We work on their gross motor, their fine motor skills. They have a lot of time where they get to play outside on the playground like we did. Today was a great day outside. But we also have the indoor play where we play in the classrooms. We have different centers like home living, block area, reading, math, science, and a sensory table with art. And they get to choose where they want to go during the day, and we play in the room for a solid hour, and they will tell us, well, I would like to go to home living, or I would like to go to blocks. And that teaches them independence and where they can make their own personal choices, and they get to play with their peers and learn that so needed social skills.
Well, I would think at 4 years old, unless you have siblings or live in a subdivision, right, or maybe an apartment complex, this may be one of the first interactions. Or if you have a large church family,
right,
maybe one of the first interactions that kids have with one another.
They do, and we focus and try to get them as kindergarten ready as we possibly can. The doors of the school open at 7:30, and the children will meet back in the morning room where there's a teacher on duty to greet them every morning. And then we go together as a group to eat breakfast in the cafeteria, and then we line up and start our day. We working on walking, in a line up the hallway, how their hallway behavior needs to be. Then when we get to the classroom, we do have large group carpet time where the teacher does large group teaching. And then we get to the small group time of our day where we break off into smaller groups, and the teachers get to have 2 teacher-led, 2 teacher-directed groups where we really focus in on certain skills we're teaching of the theme of that week, and then we teach them also to work independently in groups.
I would think one of the harder things that you may encounter, and maybe not, but the attention span of a 4-year-old is...
Well, we're not on the carpet that much. When we're on the carpet, we try to keep it limited to a 15-20 minute time span, to give all the children, because currently right now we have 21 students in our classroom, and for them to go through and spell their name and tell us different items that the teacher is going to ask them. And so it takes a few minutes to go through 21 students like that, but we try to keep the carpet time as limited. So after the small group, we come back to the carpet for a story, then we have snack, then we go outside and play, and if after their snack, then we come back in and do center time, then it's time to go to lunch. Then, by that time, they're kind of tired and want to lay down, so we have an hour for nap, and then when they wake up, they pack up and it's time to go home.
Well, speaking of going home, transportation, the buses are available.
The buses are available for them. The bus drivers try to put the littles up front with them so they can keep their eye on them, and it's important for the parents to talk to their children the importance of sitting down and being still while the bus is in motion, because it's easier to learn that skill now, and some people don't think that that's a skill to learn, but it really is, because they'll see the upper grades moving around and talking, but it's good for the parents to encourage them to sit down while the bus is in motion so everybody is safe, because that's our goal, to keep them safe during the day.
So basically it's a full school day.
Yes.
It's for 4 or 5-year-olds, depending on if they've ever been to the pre-K program or not.
Right.
We have it available in Dade and also at Davis.
Yes.
And we've got the registration coming up. And Johnny, before... one more question.
Okay.
I know that there's probably, by 4 years old, I would think most of the kids is going to be potty trained.
It's not required. It is helpful for them to be potty trained, but it's not required for them to be potty trained. If not, that's a skill we will teach them at school.
Okay, all right. Because
it is helpful if they are.
Johnny, go over again, if you would, the dates. If there are anybody out there that knows of a child that you're responsible for, wants to be involved, I think it's a great way to start getting those skills started, especially if maybe they don't have 2 or 3 brothers and sisters,
right.
And to have that interaction.
Well, my son was an only child, so it was very beneficial for him to learn how to get along with other children.
I got a brother, but I was 13 when he was born.
Right, so it's like having an only child.
Right. It's amazing to me when a 4-year-old or even a student that's just come for the first time, 4 or 5, when they come to that school in August, and the leaps and bounds that they make by Christmas time. Then when you see April and May's here, it just amazes me at the maturity and the skills that they've learned. They're almost like... I give them a hard time sometimes. Those pre-K kids,
they're ready to drive.
I'm like, they own the school. They own the school. They can tell me how to do my job. Wow. But again, our registration for Dade Elementary is March the 24th. That's on a Thursday, I believe, from 1 to 6. You'll come to the front of the school. We'll get you started there. Bring a birth certificate so we can get a copy. Anything that you can bring to help prove your residency, we'll have those people there. This is for the upcoming school year. I meant to emphasize that this is for next year's registration, the 2016-2017 school year.
Starts in August.
Yes. That's right. I believe August 11th is our calendar set date.
And they will get to meet the current pre-K teachers when they come.
Good deal.
So-
Yeah, if you come after 3 o'clock, let me say this. If you come after 3, then you'll do a little quick tour of the building and some of the classrooms and see some hands-on things. Anytime before school's out, we won't be able to do that, but, we'd love to see a big crowd
Yes.
come out.
All right. Well,
Yes.
sounds good. Ladies, we thank you very
thank
much.
you for
Thank you,
having
Evan.
us.
And hopefully those slots will fill up, and both at Davis and Dade Elementary.
Hope
Sure
so.
do.
All right.
We're
Thank you.
excited. Thank you.
We'll continue our discussion on Dade Elementary School this week, so stay with us as reading, writing, and arithmetic continues.
The Tax Clinic is now open in a new location as part of the Boss Business Center, 29490 Alabama Highway 71, right across from the ball fields at North Sand Mountain School. With over 40 years of experience, the Tax Clinic provides year-round tax and payroll services. The Tax Clinic urges you to start gathering documents so we can help you file your 2015 tax returns. The Tax Clinic, now part of the Boss Business Center, located at 29490 Alabama Highway 71. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, Saturday 10 to 2. 256-597-3829 for the Tax Clinic, taking care of whatever ails you in the tax world. Morningstar Dry Cleaners, your local dry cleaners, located at 57 Crabtree Street, right behind Door Crisp Realty in Trenton. Morningstar Dry Cleaners offers a drop-off location for after hours and pickup service for businesses. We wash, dry, fold, iron, press, dry clean, and yes, we do alterations too. Now under new ownership, Morningstar Dry Cleaners. Open until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday for your convenience. Call them today, 657-3685. Morningstar Dry Cleaners on Crabtree Street, right behind Door Crisp Realty in Trenton. Get big savings now with Tennessee Valley Net. Tennessee Valley Net's digital television, telephone service, and high-speed internet is now available in many areas of Dade County and expanding to other areas like Edgewood, Piney, Lake Hills, Sligo, and New Salem. Digital television packages are available, including over 200 channels. High-speed internet services with 30 meg upload and download available now from TVN. Residential and commercial packages are available. Call now to see if TVN is available in your neck of the woods. 706-657-4367 or visit tvn.net.
Find out what's happening around town every Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. Join us for Around Town on KWN TV.
Back now to reading, writing, and arithmetic, and we've got Dade County School Resource Officer, Officer Irwin. How are you, sir?
Doing well, sir. Doing well.
If you know, Officer Irwin is the school resource officer for both the Davis Elementary and the Dade Elementary School, and he's responsible for the Champs program, and it's a great program that really spawned out of, originally we had the DARE program, and now the Champs program has spawned a lot of great information that you can relate to the students. Now, I know that the principal, she wanted you to kind of go over and kind of give some ideas to the parents of what you are teaching in the Champs program.
Basically, CHAMPS stands for Choosing Healthy Activities and Methods Promoting Safety. Basically, what we're doing with it's available to fifth graders. And it's kind of an age that's really important. And the Georgia Sheriff's Association is the actual organization that came up with CHAMPS. It's Georgia specific. And what we do with the kids, we talk to them in pretty decent detail, age specific, but pretty decent detail about the negative effects of alcohol, methamphetamine, even steroids. We also talk to them about leaders and followers. We talk to them about choices and consequences, and that's basically what the whole course is based on. Bad choices equal bad consequences. We try to give them an alternative to making good choices and good alternatives, or good consequences. And if we're doing it right, and I like to think we are, Captain Duvall is actually teaching them right now. I will be trained this summer to be the CHAMPS teacher. But if we're doing this right, and I think we are, we're getting through to the kids. They know us. They shake our hand. They come up and hug us daily. That's wonderful. That's excellent.
You know, one of the things that some of you may be out there going, I don't understand why you're having to teach all this to the fifth grade or whatever. The unfortunate thing, some of these students are going home and having to witness some of the stuff that you're trying to let them know that it's not good.
Certainly. In classes, we often come across a child that knows way too much about a certain thing than they probably should. Or I've even heard the words, "Oh, I've seen that before on my front."
Right. Right. Well, it's good that they know the consequences and the choices, and it's a great program. How long does it last?
12 to 14 weeks.
12 to 14.
Yeah.
And then you have a graduation.
That's correct.
And I know that throughout the years, everybody, we've been doing either the Dare or the Champs. Champs probably long enough now that the folks that got it in the 5th grade have now graduated and went on.
Yep.
But, it's really been a great program in the elementary schools here in Dade County.
I think so. I like to think that it's made an impact with the kids. They remember things. I see them all the time at the middle school or even the high school. I remember learning that or talking about that.
Oh, you mentioned the high school. One of the things that I know that talking with Sheriff Cross and yourself, that the Georgia Sheriff Association is looking at maybe doing a booster type course in the ninth grade, and I think that would be a good thing to look into. Either 8th or 9th grade.
I think that would be a welcome
need
addition.
to be reminded, maybe a little bit more blatant with the information.
Yeah,
out
there. A little more in depth. Yeah.
That's the unfortunate thing. So, when is the graduation coming up for this class?
I believe it's going to be in about a month. I think we have a couple more things we're going to do. We're going to try on a field trip, and we've got a poster contest and one more class week. So I think it's about a month. Parents,
all you with 5th graders out there, make sure that you ask them about their Champs program and how's it going, and look for both Officer Duval and Officer Irwin here to get that class going and taking care of it. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you watching. Next week, we'll talk about another school in the Dade County school system. This week's been all about the Dade Elementary School. So we thank you for watching. We'll see you next week right here on KWN.